Bryan Danielson, they call you smart, but yet you haven't learned. Bryan Danielson, some might call you the best in the world, yet you've been bested. Bryan Danielson, we've had street fights, we've had no time limits. Hell, we're walking to a cage soon. And tonight, we want a dream partner tag. Well, Bryan, I only thought it right to bring you my dream partner. Someone who's gonna make that match a nightmare. Someone who's walked through the valley, Bryan, who's taken everything you had to give and has given everything back. Bryan Danielson, I give you my dream partner, Nigel McGuinness.
Any chance to get in the ring with you again, Dragon? It's gonna be a pleasure, Joe.
Oh, and as for Kenta, I heard you last night here. It's sad to see you go. But I have a little going away gift for you and your buddies at Noah.
It's November 4th, 2006. We are in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at the National Guard Armory. Ring of Honor returns to action here tonight. Fight without honor between Steve Corino and Homicide. Dave Prazak joined at this time on commentary by Jared David. Getting things started here tonight with the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, accompanied by Allison Danger, taking on M-Dog Matt Cross.
And Dave, it's always a huge event whenever Ring of Honor comes back to Philadelphia. You talked about the fight without honor. Steve Corino, Homicide, it's been building for 4 years and it all comes to a head tonight.
Hopefully we will see the end to that feud between those two men this evening. Oh, great agility shown by Matt Cross, landing on his feet out of the corner. Series of forearm strikes to Christopher Daniels, who sends M-Dog into the ropes, goes through the legs of Daniels, steps over the body of Matt Cross, leapfrog, and a drop kick takes Daniels down.
Nice drop kick there by M-Dog, Matt Cross. When you think about Ring of Honor, some of the things you think about are Steve Corino versus Homicide. You also think about Christopher Daniels.
Oh, fakes him out on the dive.
Daniels has been here since day one, sort of a measuring stick for the newcomers here. And Matt Cross trying to get a big win against Christopher Daniels.
Trying to solidify a spot on the ROH roster. He's got Daniels down. M-Dog known for taking risks. And here's the flagpole press into the splash down on the concrete floor. Great athleticism displayed by Matt Cross, who made his ROH debut back in Detroit as part of Six-Man Mayhem.
Sends Daniels back into the ring. Matt Cross looking good in the opening minutes of this contest.
See if he can capitalize right here, taking a risk. Missile drop kick, springboarding off the top rope. Cross trying to earn a full-time roster spot. A win against Christopher Daniels will do just that. We saw back in Dayton, Brent Albright, newcomer to Ring of Honor, test his skills against Christopher Daniels. Put in a strong showing. Matt Cross looking to do the very same thing against Daniels here tonight.
Yeah, honestly, even if Matt Cross can't defeat Christopher Daniels, if he has a good showing here, he can still earn himself a spot on the roster.
Breaks free of the chin lock. A nice leg lariat from Matt Cross as he goes for the cover, hooking the leg of Christopher Daniels, but he kicks out.
Matt Cross got a little frustrated in here. Needs to keep his cool, needs to maintain his focus. Christopher Daniels, of course, a very dangerous competitor, one of the top wrestlers in Ring of Honor and has been since day one.
Big clothesline, turns him inside out. And that took away all the momentum of Matt Cross right there. He's down and almost lifeless on the canvas as Allison Danger gives some advice to her man.
Well, a big clothesline like that can knock out anybody. Matt Cross does not appear to be moving. Daniels may want to go for a pin here.
Now he's looking to follow up, pulling Matt Cross off the canvas and sending him into the ropes. Back body drop from Daniels. Of course, Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal both defeating the current ROH World Tag Team Champions, Chris Hero and Double C Claudio Castagnoli, last night in singles match. They have made no secret that they are coming after the tag team belts.
They've been talking about it for a couple of months now. Matt Sydal and Christopher Daniels really want a shot at the World Tag Team Championship, and after last night, they've certainly earned it, Dave.
Big night here tonight. Jim Cornette is in attendance, the commissioner of Ring of Honor, who has been on a tear concerning Homicide as of late, trying to do whatever he can to throw roadblocks in Homicide's way as he works his way to final battle during the month of December in New York, where Homicide will get a shot at the ROH World title. Jim Cornette has been making some very questionable decisions, questionable rulings as commissioner, trying to stack the deck against Homicide, and basically not really being objective as commissioner.
Certainly, David's been known for a few months that Homicide would be receiving that shot at the end of December, but his mind has been preoccupied lately with Steve Corino. Needs to take care of Corino here tonight.
Hopefully he can put that issue to bed later on this evening in that fight without honor. Right now, Matt Cross charging into the boot from Christopher Daniels. Cross still on his feet, driving both knees into the chest of Matt Cross. Speaking of Homicide, it's going to be very tough for him to earn that championship with all the politics going against him. We have the entire commissioner's office trying to stack the deck against Homicide, trying to throw roadblocks in his way, be it Jim Cornette, be it his Lieutenant Commissioner Adam Pierce, be it Pierce's assistant Shane Hagedorn, be it the Briscoe brothers. You name it, they're all trying to take out Homicide as he works his way to final battle. The politics are definitely against Homicide as he looks to become ROH World Champion.
Daniels comes off the ropes, catches the boot of M-Dog. This is a clothesline that gets caught right in the head. What a kick from Matt Cross.
Down tumbles Christopher Daniels. Cross needs to capitalize, needs to stay on the man, maybe go for another high-risk, high-impact maneuver on Christopher Daniels.
Daniels trying to shoot on his man here. Daniels is up, but misses another clothesline. He gets taken down with a flying forearm.
Another forearm sends Daniels down. Matt Cross with momentum on his side. The legs of Daniels, standing moonsault.
Nice combination of moves there from Matt Cross. Sweep the legs and then hit the press. Variation of a Death Valley driver, dropped his head right on his knee.
DVD into a neck breaker over the knee, but can't keep Daniels' shoulders down against the canvas.
Cross, he's trying to capitalize here. He's got Daniels hurt. Has to find a way to put him away. What a huge upset this would be if Matt Cross could defeat the Fallen Angel here.
Certainly looking good thus far. He gets planted with the Blue Thunder Powerbomb.
Desperation move there from Christopher Daniels. But he's taken down Matt Cross. He's bought himself some time. Can Christopher Daniels recover?
Clutching at his midsection, but pulling Matt Cross back up off the canvas. Daniels, Uranagi slam, looking for the moonsault. The fans want to see it here in Philly.
Sent Matt Cross up and down. It could be time to fly.
Best moonsault ever. Cross moves out of the way. Daniels lands on his feet. Cross gets both boots into the face of Christopher Daniels, and a head scissors off the turnbuckles from Matt Cross. And he is known to fly. Takes him out on the baseball slide dropkick, connects on the second attempt. And the fans want to see M-Dog take to the air. Space flying tiger drop for M-Dog. Works him out, brings the crowd to their feet, and I gotta say, M-Dog is looking good here against Christopher Daniels.
Half the battle, Dave, when you take on someone like a Christopher Daniels, is believing in yourself, believing that you can do it.
Double stop to the back. So close right there for Matt Cross.
You're not seeing any hesitation now from Matt Cross, taking the fight straight to Daniels, trying to put him away.
Pulling Daniels back up off the canvas. Cross now. Maybe looking for a suplex, but Daniels down to a knee to block. Putting away on Matt Cross. Takes out his legs. That's the clothesline attempt of Daniels. Going for the O'Connor roll. Daniels holds onto the ropes. Steps over M-Dog. Leapfrog, but right to a Death Valley driver.
Out of the leapfrog there from Daniels to drop him right on his head.
Angel's wing. Cover! A great showing from Cross, but Christopher Daniels scores the victory. Could the tag team titles be next for the Fallen Angel?
what you people did, because you insulted me worse, because you took his part. After all of my sacrifices for Ring of Honor, after all of my sacrifices for this company, you picked some street punk over Jim Cornette, who, by the way, is a wrestling god. So I have come back here tonight because I understand that Homicide has got him a little backup. Homicide knowing that it's my vow, my quest to ruin his career, and I've done a pretty damn good job so far. Knowing that if I didn't get him tonight, that his arch enemy, Steve Corino, was going to get him tonight. Knowing that he's a coward and he's in trouble and he needed some help, he is brought here tonight to Philadelphia his, what is it, homie or peep or whatever it is you young folks call a butt buddy these days. Homicide has brought one of the biggest stars in the history of Lucha Libre in Mexico. Conan is here tonight. What is that finger exactly showing me? Is that your IQ or the number of your white parents, huh? Homicide has brought Conan here tonight because they've kind of bonded. They've kind of bonded over this immigration reform business. They sit around doing nothing but smoking wacky tobacco and watching the news. So that's what's the matter with you people here. I should have known you didn't have any brain cells. They watch the news and they bond and they become friends because they don't feel that their people are being treated fairly. Let me ask you a question. Although since you're a bunch of Yankee pricks, you probably won't answer honestly. What would happen? What would happen if all of a sudden next week all 12 million people in the state of Texas, they called up Mexico City and said, hey guys, we're going to be there next week. You better get ready. And oh, by the way, you know, that paperwork you got to fill out to become a citizen, well, you better make it as easy as possible because most of us ain't going to take the trouble anyway. But for the ones that do, we don't want anybody to get messed up. And then all those Texans, they would say to the folks in Mexico, we ain't coming down there paying no taxes, so you better raise the taxes. And then you know what they'd say? Guess what? I'm the commissioner, and I got the microphone, so once again, I got something big in my hand, and you got something small in yours, just like always. And lastly, the Texans, they would tell those Mexicans, and oh, by the way, you better learn to speak English, because we ain't going to be able to talk. And that's what I think of immigration reform. And then I'll throw you out your house, pal. That's what I think of Conan, and that's what I think of Homicide. So, the rules for tonight's main event between Steve Corino and Homicide are going to be very special. First off, the special referee is going to be Shane Hagedorn. Between Homicide and Steve Corino is going to be anything goes. Oh, no, wait, I misspoke. It's only Homicide has to stick to the rules or he'll be disqualified. And thirdly, it's going to be a special rule between Homicide and Carino. To win the match, Homicide must pin Carino for a 10 count. Because I'm the commissioner.
Is that by coincidence or racist design?
know, I gotta say it, Jared David. Jim Cornette has gone completely off the deep end. He's lost his mind trying to stack the deck against Homicide, making all sorts of ridiculous rules for your main event. I guess the special referee, Shane Hagedorn, now in action in your next match.
Shane Hagedorn is going to be the referee in the main event.
He has to pin him for 10
Homicide
seconds.
needs a 10 count. Did you even listen? Could you understand what Cornette was talking about with all the immigration stuff?
He was talking about Texas, and nobody was. We tried to listen, but nobody cares. Cornette's lost his mind with power.
And the babbling, I don't even know what was going on.
Well, he's completely lost his mind. He's let this whole thing mess with his head. Jim Cornette is out of control, and Ricky Reyes, not scheduled to be on the show, added to the matchup. I guess Homicide bringing Conan here to Ring of Honor as a political ally of sorts to try to help out his friends, and Ricky Reyes now getting a matchup against a friend of the commissioner's office in Shane Hagedorn.
Yeah, Conan knows how to play the game of wrestling just as good as anybody. Ricky Reyes now taking on Shane Hagedorn. And I really believe, you've got Jim Cornette firmly behind Corino tonight. It was very important for Homicide to bring Conan to Ring of Honor as a political ally to even the playing field.
Well, it's going to be impossible to even the playing field when Jim Cornette is in charge of this organization. He's the commissioner, and he's gone completely out of control.
Well, I don't think anybody could have expected the curveballs that Jim Cornette has thrown at Homicide tonight, because he's completely lost his mind. There would have been no way to predict that he would go that far off the deep end.
How can Homicide even win the fight without honor with all these added rules and stipulations that Cornette has added to the match? It's completely ridiculous, and it's unfair. That's what it comes down to.
Homicide's going to give it his all, I'm sure.
And Jimmy Bauer making his way into the booth.
There's absolutely pandemonium going on in the back right now. As what is this, WWE? Cornette can't come out here and ruin a main event like that. He's been slowly going off the deep end over this Homicide issue ever since Cage of Death, and wow, he has just gone completely insane tonight. I mean, we've seen it developing over the recent weeks. We've seen him making some questionable decisions. We've seen him doing some very controversial things, saying controversial things to the fans, and he's the face of ROH, but tonight, something needs to be done.
Thank you to Jimmy Bauer for giving us the vibe in the locker room on what's gone down tonight. And you gotta think, Dave, that ROH management is gonna be very confused by the actions and demeanor and just the insanity of Jim Cornette.
It's the commissioner, and he's telling fans, if you side with Homicide, you're the enemy. How are the fans of the company that you are running the enemy? You need to keep the fans happy here at ROH. That's something that Jim Cornette has lost sight of because he's so obsessed with Homicide. His obsession has completely driven him insane, off the deep end, and out of control. As right now, Ricky Reyes with a knee into the midsection of Shane Hagedorn, your guest referee of the main event tonight. You know that he's not going to call that right down the middle. He's going to stack the deck against Homicide during the course of that matchup. Even if Homicide gets Corino down for those 10 seconds to score the pinfall, he's probably not going to count very fast at all.
And anything goes for Corino, but Homicide can be DQ'd if he breaks
Oh, Ricky Reyes! Oh, he's looking to choke out. Oh, there's a tap out. Ricky Reyes just choked out Shane Hagedorn, and well, he's keeping a hold of the hold. Shane Hagedorn's, he's out. Ricky Reyes not releasing the hold. He's eliminating the special referee before that match can even happen later tonight.
Here is your winner by submission, Ricky Reyes. Very soon, baby. Very soon. Participant number 2, weighing 233 pounds, Team Tulane.
I'm here, baby. I'm gonna make a name for myself tonight. Ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt. I'm making a name for myself tonight. Right here now, this is my time. Ain't no doubt about it, baby. I'm here. Ain't no doubt about it. You can't mess this up.
Tank Tolan following the code of honor and has a very tight grip on the hand of Pele Primo. We're waiting for four-corner survival. Tagging in and out, only 2 wrestlers in the ring at a time. The first fall wins it. As you get a good look at Tank Tolan, who made his way to Ring of Honor back at our event in Dayton, Ohio. He is going to be taking on Pele Primo, Classic Colt Cabana, and BJ Whitmer.
Pele Primo, I would imagine, could be completely out-muscled here by Tank Tolan. Tank Tolan might have 100 pounds on Pele Primo.
Definitely has a lot of muscle mass on his side as he powers Primo into the corner. Up to the second rope he goes with the collar and elbow tie-up. And Tolan just launching Pele Primo across the ring. With great ease, I might add.
Pele Primo thrown across the ring like a frisbee.
Pele Primo shocked a lot of people, coming up with a victory in six-man mayhem in Detroit, pinning Jimmy Rave. There was some crowd surfing for Pele Primo, celebrating that victory after the matchup. And he's looking to really make fans take note of him here in Ring of Honor. Waist lock on Tank Tolan.
Tank Tolan able to break it and takes over Pele Primo. And once again, the strength of Tank Tolan has proven to be too much for Primo.
Pele Primo out of the Ring of Honor Wrestling School, one of the graduates, and is really showing that he wants to earn a spot on the roster amongst all these top flight wrestlers.
Right now, Pele Primo has the armbar, but Tank Tolan throws him off with ease.
Primo ringing away on the arm of Tank Tolan, holding onto the wrist lock. Tank Tolan looking to show everyone what he's made of here in Ring of Honor. Military pressing Primo overhead and really launching him into the lights.
Primo landing stomach first on the mat. May have knocked the wind out of him. You see him bending over in pain there.
Fans giving Pele Primo some encouragement out on the floor. Get back in the ring and continue to fight. Trying to shake it off a little bit, catch his breath. A wrestler like Pele Primo, what he lacks in size, he makes up for in heart, determination. And there's the tag from Tank Tolan, Colt Cabana, the legal man. He's going to give Pele Primo a little bit of time to get back inside the ring.
I'm not going to hurt you, buddy. Get in. We'll have a fun little wrestling match. Come on, buddy. Here you go. You want you start. Here you go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, my God.
Poor Pele. Truly battling the size of Colt Cabana here.
Let me give you a veteran trick here. Come here, buddy. Come here. Let me tell you something. Here's what you do. All right? Here's what the rookies don't do.
Grabs the wrist lock on Primo.
There you go.
Cabana having fun.
Yeah, how you like it?
Using his strength and taking advantage of the lack of size of Pele Primo.
Colt Cabana not just throwing around Pele Primo, kind of embarrassing him.
To an extent, but Pele Primo's still in there, he's still fighting, and now he's in there with big, powerful BJ Whitmer. BJ and Colt Cabana both have standing issues with Jimmy Jacobs, not here tonight. As with the just tossed down to the mat, Tank Tolan tagging himself in. Pele wanted to continue to fight. You got to admire his willingness to get in there with all three of these men who are bigger than him. But now it's BJ Whitmer and Tank Tolan. Of course, BJ Whitmer attacked by Jimmy Jacobs, put out on the sidelines with an ankle injury, required surgery. He's returned to action and certainly has his sights set on revenge on Jimmy Jacobs.
BJ Whitmer Whitmer and Tank Tolan going at it. Whitmer able to take him down. Tank Tolan reverses with a hammerlock.
I like that, huh?
Lacey leaving Jimmy Jacobs off of this weekend's shows because she's not happy with him. I mean, Jimmy Jacobs attacking BJ Whitmer, attacking Colt Cabana at the request of Lacey because all he wants to do is please her. But since he didn't finish the job with Colt Cabana in Chicago, finish the job meaning put him on the sidelines, put him on the injured list, put him in the hospital, much like he did to BJ Whitmer. Because he didn't finish the job with Cabana, Lacey, as punishment, is taking Jimmy Jacobs off of this weekend's events.
BJ Whitmer, forearm, but Tank comes back with a forearm. These two powerhouses going back at it with the forearms back and forth. Nobody wants to let up.
Who's going to go down first? Big chop from Whitmer, but Tolan fires back with one of his own. Chop exchange now between these two men. Forearm off the ropes from Whitmer. Tolan off the ropes now. Pele Primo made the blind tag right there. Firing up on Whitmer, but not having much effect. Oh, there he comes out of the corner once again. Pele Primo boot in the midsection, courtesy of Whitmer. Got him up. Power bomb into the turnbuckle.
What a move there from BJ Whitmer. Lifted up Primo and just tossed him into the buckle.
Whitmer looks better than ever after coming back from that injury. He was supposed to be out for 3 to 4 months after surgery on that ankle, but came back in 8 weeks. That shows just how much he wants back into competition and wants to get his hands on Jimmy Jacobs. Primo backed into the corner. Whitmer makes the tag. Back in comes Cabana, chopping away at the chest of Primo.
Cabana having a good time as always. Chopping away at Pele Primo.
Taking him on a tour of the corners. Overhand chops. Across the chest, he's got Primo up. Round and round he goes. Rollerbird launches him. And Cabana just mocking Pele Primo once again. Tank Tolan tagged back in. Grabs hold of the hair of Pele Primo.
Colt Cabana essentially setting up Primo for Tank Tolan.
Clubbing away on Pele Primo. We're seeing the power and the size of Tank Tolan come into play. Off the ropes, gets momentum, just kicking away at the chest. Oh, Primo might have caught him in the mouth as well on that boot.
Stomped him right down into the mat. And you see the viciousness from Tank Tolan. Tank Tolan is a bitter man. Tank Tolan is a dangerous man. What a slam that was.
Tank Tolan has something to prove here in Ring of Honor. Wants to show that he can hang with all the athletes here. Chin breaker right there from Pele Primo. Key maneuver, but BJ Whitmer tags himself in, and a big boot sends Primo back down.
Kick right to the side of the head by BJ Whitmer.
Whitmer with Primo in the corner. Hard chop across the chest.
Picks up Primo. Hits another chop. And it's amazing that Primo keeps getting up, Dave.
Well, again, it shows how much he wants to be on the shows, shows how much he wants to be a part of Ring of Honor. He takes great pride in ROH. Up on the shoulders of Whitmer, going for the reverse Rana, and drives him head first into the canvas. Big maneuver from Pele Primo right there. Cover! Tank Tolan breaks up the pin attempt.
Cabana ducks the clothesline. Series of jabs from Cabana. And an elbow on the top of the head of Primo. And some more elbows. Back and forth goes Cabana.
Working over both Tolan and Primo. There's one for BJ Whitmer as well. Cabana set to the floor by Tolan. Steps through the ropes and tags himself into the match legally. Tank Tolan now with Pele Primo. Going for the powerbomb. He's got him up on the shoulders. Into a DDT. Cover. Primo kicks out. You gotta hand it to this kid. He continues to fight. Won't stay down.
Pele Primo all the way into the air game. and then dumped him right on the top of his head, and somehow, some way, Pelly Primo still kicked out.
Primo into the ropes, kicks away at the chest of Tank Toland. Oh, and hard down to the canvas goes Primo. Oh, I thought that was it. Again, kicking out. E.J. Whitmer breaking it up. Off the ropes he came. Colt Cabana into the ring. Sends Whitmer through the ropes and out to the floor. Boot to the gut by Cabana. Butterflying the arms at Toland. Looking for the Colt 45. But Whitmer pulls Toland off the shoulders of Cabana. Driving him into the turnbuckle. But from Cabana on Toland. Whitmer ducks the lariat. High knee sends Cabana to the floor. A big open hand strike on Toland.
Cabana trying to get back in. Drop kick takes him out. Falls on the hard concrete floor.
Whitmer, German suplex with a release. Launches Tank Toland.
Toland inside out.
And wipes out Cabana with the dive to the floor. Pelly Primo back inside the ring.
think you got the best of us last week, boy? Well, don't forget what happened down in Florida. Now you want to bring Delirious in here? You want to bring Delirious tonight to face us? See, you already know what time it is, boy.
Time to man up, boy.
About time you start taking things seriously, Jimmy.
Don't put my girl no more, dog.
Someone's gonna keep you in the ground someday! American pussy!
Dream partner tag team matchup as Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, to renew his rivalry against Samoa Joe in a tag team setting here in Philadelphia. Samoa Joe selecting as his tag team partner Nigel McGuinness, who has been Bryan Danielson's toughest opponent as of late. They had that 1 hour draw in St. Paul, Minnesota at the Epic Encounter 2. Of course, a hard-fought title unification matchup at Unified in the United Kingdom, as well those matches in Cleveland, Ohio at Generation Now, as well as the Weekend of Champions. And it's Bryan Danielson teaming with Jimmy Rave, but Danielson didn't necessarily select Jimmy Rave as his partner. It was more a case of Jimmy Rave volunteering to be the partner of the American Dragon so that Jimmy Rave can get back into the thick of things, get back into high-profile matches here in Ring of Honor.
Gotta give Jimmy Rave credit, Dave. Hasn't been having the best of luck lately, but not looking for the easy path back to victory. He volunteered to be the partner in a big match like this, wants to prove himself, as you said, back in a high-profile match. And Nigel McGuinness, what a selection that is for Samoa Joe. Nigel McGuinness has had several very hard-fought, close battles with Bryan Danielson, and so is Samoa Joe. This is kind of like the worst nightmare for Bryan Danielson, to have to face Nigel McGuinness and Samoa Joe in the same match.
If Jimmy Rave wants to work his way back up the card here in ROH, he's been on a losing streak as of late. If he's able to pin Samoa Joe, say, for example, in this matchup, that certainly shoots him right back up the rankings and gets Jimmy Rave back on track since the Embassy dissolved.
Nigel McGuinness with a side headlock on Jimmy Rave, really cranking it in, using his height to his advantage here. Now going after the arm, a shoulder lock, and then takes down Jimmy Rave with the top wrist lock.
Nigel McGuinness returned to ROH competition this weekend after a very successful tour of Pro Wrestling Noah in Japan. Nigel really becoming a main player over there as far as the Americans that compete in Pro Wrestling Noah on a regular basis go. A favorite of Noah management is Nigel McGuinness. Has a very bright future competing in Japan as well here in the States.
Jimmy Rave tags in the champion, the Ring of Honor World Champion, Bryan Danielson. Getting ready to lock horns here with Nigel McGuinness.
Danielson working through that shoulder injury. Has taken on a lighter schedule, only defending the title once per month. Made his required defense last night against Delirious and was successful. A hard-fought matchup against Delirious, but many have said that Bryan Danielson needs surgery, that he should take some time off. But being the fighting champion that he is, he wants to hold on to that belt as long as possible, prove to everyone that even injured, he is still the best wrestler in the world, refused to have surgery done, refused to just relinquish the title due to an injury, and is continuing to fight. And it just shows you what a great athlete Bryan Danielson is.
It's just unbelievable that he's not even 100%, and he's still the best wrestler in the world.
And I see Jimmy Bauer making his way back toward the broadcast booth, maybe with another update. What's going on in the locker room?
Well, first of all, we have Samoa Joe against Bryan Danielson, and Danielson tagging out. Of course, fight of the century, that 1 hour drop between Danielson and Joe, unbelievable match, but I'm not here to talk about that right now. It's complete chaos backstage in the locker room area. In fact, the locker room has been closed off. First of all, I was sent out here by Ring of Honor management, not including Jim Cornette. I was sent out here to apologize to all the fans for the actions of Jim Cornette tonight. Obviously, completely going off the deep end. We've seen the signs for weeks, and tonight he's absolutely gone crazy. Now, Conan was brought here by Homicide to be a political ally and even the political odds. And Conan right now, as we speak, is in a meeting with the rest of ROH management, the ROH owner, ROH president Carrie Silken, the matchmakers, the other people in the Ring of Honor office, because obviously the people in the Ring of Honor office right now are very concerned about Jim Cornette's erratic behavior. And I mean, you can't go out there and say the things to these great fans that are supporting us, that are giving us our living, that Jim Cornette has said. So Homicide bringing Conan here as a political ally, and right now Conan is playing that role backstage with that meeting. I'm not sure what the result's going to be, but hopefully we'll find out soon, and I'll be back.
All right, thank you for the update, Jimmy Bauer. Well, good thing that Homicide did bring Conan in. Hopefully he can talk some sense into the rest of management and have Cornette dealt with. You know, we can't have the commissioner flying off the handle like Cornette certainly has.
Yeah, Jim Cornette totally lost his mind, and hopefully something can be done about it. But right now, Samoa Joe and Jimmy Rave, center of the ring, Jimmy Rave grabs the arm. And Jimmy Rave is looking pretty good in this matchup, does not look intimidated, does not look like his past losses in recent weeks are affecting him.
Joe takes him down with the drop toe hold, slaps him upside the head, and whoa, Bauer's back here once again.
The other thing I want to say is the rest of ROH management feels that those rules that Cornette made for the main event are an insult to the ROH fans. I mean, the ROH fans hold us to a much higher standard than the kind of crap you see on Monday night like that. So it is being dealt with right now. I just want everyone out there to know that. I mean, Cornette, a lot of questionable calls in recent weeks and months. The ROH management has been growing with concern over it. And, well, it's exploding right now as we speak in the locker room.
And hopefully the situation will be dealt with. All those ridiculous rules that Cornette has added to the fight without honor between Carino and Homicide tonight, just out of control. And right now it's Jimmy Rave spitting in the face of Samoa Joe, and he gets slapped down to the canvas. But look at Rave, he's not backing down. Headbutt from Samoa Joe.
You know, just moments ago, Dave, Jimmy Bauer delivered some good news. And let's face it, it was billed as a fight without honor, and Jim Cornette has kind of turned it into a fight without honor for Carino, but Homicide has to follow the rules. I mean, just crazy.
All the rules, a 10 count in order to pin his opponent and win the match. They're just completely stacking the deck against Homicide, more so than he already has. It's an insult to the fans who came here, bought a ticket, thinking they were going to see the end of the feud between Carino and Homicide, see Homicide get that opportunity to really get his hands on Steve Carino in front of these fans and give them the fight that we know that Homicide is capable of. But right now inside the ring, it's Samoa Joe working over Jimmy Rave, sending him into the buckle. Gets the feet up into Samoa Joe. He's still on his feet though. Rave all the way up top. Cross body, no one home. Joe just steps out of the way.
Joe comes off the ropes. Flying knee connects right to the nose of Jimmy Rave. And this could be the turning point in the matchup as Nigel McGuinness gets tagged in. Jimmy Rave's got to be hurting after that one.
McGuinness going to work on Rave now, holding his head in position for the European uppercut. McGuinness with Jimmy Rave, pulls him out of the corner. Another uppercut. Rave staggered, but trying to stay on his feet. McGuinness off the ropes. Forearm from Jimmy Rave. And right there, Bryan Danielson saved his partner. He saw that McGuinness was springing off those ropes like he's known to do and pulled his partner out of harm's way. And now Samoa Joe advancing toward Danielson.
Danielson's got to know Nigel and Joe inside out at this point, just for the sheer amount of time that these men have wrestled each other.
Headstand in the corner by McGuinness. Kick to the back and driving the arm across the chest. Danielson takes his attention to McGuinness, who's firing away on Danielson now. And McGuinness working over both of his opponents all by himself. Hard clothesline.
McGuinness on fire here, knocking down the champion. And now going back after Jimmy Rave.
Rave still the legal man. Backed into the corner. European uppercut again. Thrust to the throat and another uppercut from McGuinness. Combination. Rave reverses the Irish whip. McGuinness headstand in the corner. Danielson, though, holding him in position for Jimmy Rave to come charging with the knee. Meanwhile, the referee tied up on the other side of the ring with Samoa Joe.
Great teamwork there from Bryan Danielson and Jimmy Rave Danielson held him in place, and Jimmy Rave hit that running knee right below the chin.
Danielson kicking away on Nigel McGuinness. The team of the world champions in control. Delivers the headbutt.
He delivered the headbutt right to the side of the face. And just as Nigel McGuinness was going for a tag, Danielson tracked him down and stopped him and brought McGuinness back to the corner of Jimmy Rave and Bryan Danielson.
Boot of Danielson right across the throat there. Draws a warning from Mike Keener. Goes right back to work though. Driving McGuinness head first into the turnbuckle. Takes the attention of the official while Jimmy Rave does damage with the tag rope right across the throat in the corner. Choking away.
Another classic tactic used by Bryan Danielson. Said he had something in his eye, and the ref went to go check him and allowed Jimmy Rave to choke Nigel McGuinness with the tag rope. Oh, I guess Jimmy's got something wrong with his eye?
He's using the exact same tactic. How does the referee even fall for something like this? Danielson choking McGuinness behind his back.
Who is this ref?
Mike Keener.
I hate Mike
He
Keener.
should know better than that, but Bryan Danielson is a master at manipulating the referee to his advantage. Oh, check his tooth now? Come on. And Samoa Joe has seen enough. He has seen enough of these shenanigans by Danielson and Ray.
Maybe the damage is already done as Nigel looks hurt. And Danielson and Jimmy Rave taking the fight to him. Rave now on the floor with McGuinness. What could Rave have in mind here, Dave? A clubbing blow to the back. Maybe looking to, just sends him back in.
Oh, but McGuinness with the forearm strike on Jimmy Rave. Floors him. Back inside the ring is McGuinness. Danielson trying to maintain control. McGuinness trying to get to his corner to tag Samoa Joe into the match. But Danielson grabbing hold of that front chancery, keeping him down on the canvas.
Jimmy Rave made a big mistake. Thought he was going to try to send McGuinness into the guardrail. Tossed him back in and allowed McGuinness to come right back and lay out Jimmy Rave.
Danielson with the knee strikes to the head, but Samoa Joe steps into the ring to break the hold, to free his partner, Nigel McGuinness, and try to give him the opportunity to crawl toward the corner to make the tag. But Jimmy Rave tagged back in by Danielson. Nigel able to kick out. Rave biting away at the head of McGuinness now. Whatever shortcuts necessary to keep the advantage in this match, both Danielson and Rave are putting them to use.
Snap there followed up by a big boot to the face. McGuinness still able to kick out though. McGuinness has got a lot left, but he's being drained here by Danielson and Rave. McGuinness needs to make a tag.
Bauer again invading the booth here.
Another
You have another update for us.
Well, all hell's breaking loose backstage. Cornette has just found out that Conan is in that closed-door meeting with the rest of ROH management, and Cornette says he's going to do something drastic. He is throwing things around, and I don't know what's going to happen next. If anything else develops, I will let you know, but Conan still behind closed doors with ROH management. Cornette knows about it, and wow, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going back. I'm going to see if I can find anything else out.
Well, Cornette, if he finds out that Conan went above his head to people higher in the company, I'm sure Cornette's got to be irate. Who knows what Cornette's going to do?
He's got to be beside himself. Hopefully this thing will be kept under control. And hopefully Jimmy Bauer will continue to keep us updated on the situation in the locker room. Meanwhile, Nigel McGuinness doing everything that he can to fight his way to his corner to tag in Samoa Joe here. Combination of uppercuts and shots. There's the tag. There's the tag. But referee Mike Keener was tied up on the other side of the ring with Bryan Danielson. Didn't see the tag, and he's not going to allow Samoa Joe into the match.
And he's telling Samoa Joe, hey, I can only call what I see. But right now, Nigel again being choked by I guess that time it was the wrist tape, not the tag rope. It was the wrist tape of Bryan Danielson.
Danielson and Jimmy Rave working over McGuinness in their corner. Down on the canvas he is, and needs to fight back here.
Front chancery takeover there by Bryan Danielson. Only gets two. And straight into the Udahishi Jijiaku Juji Gatami. Nigel grasping his hand to try to save himself here. He'll have to tap out if Danielson can get full extension. But a split second later, Nigel gets the rope and saves the match for his team.
Danielson looks pleased with himself. He and Jimmy Rave have had the match in hand for the past several minutes.
I saw the smile on the face of Danielson. He knew he had Nigel caught. That's what that smile was. That smile was saying, hey, I gotcha. It just so happened that Nigel was only about 6 inches from that rope and got it real quickly. Flip in center of the ring, it'd be over. And now we've got a crossface pretty close to the center of the ring. Nigel could be finished here. The submissions of Jimmy Rave and Bryan Danielson proving to be very effective.
Nigel was crawling towards Samoa Joe. As soon as Jimmy Rave saw that, he cinched in a crossface, trying to keep Nigel away from Joe while wearing down McGinnis. Trying to position his body so that he can reach the ropes, hopefully, to force a break in the crossface.
Nigel has very long legs. He can spin his body around to reach the rope or even to make a tag with his foot. Reaches the rope. Now Jimmy Rave has to break the hold. Referee Mike Keener makes the count, and Jimmy Rave breaks reluctantly.
Coming down on the back of McGinnis. Samoa Joe has been itching to get back into this match for the past several minutes. Wants to get his hands on Rave and Danielson once again. Back chop. Samoa Joe gets a shot in on Jimmy Rave while the referee was tied up with Danielson. A little payback right there.
Jimmy Rave doesn't lose his cool, just pulls McGinnis right into the corner. And back in comes the Ring of Honor World Champion, Bryan Danielson. And Nigel tries to hit Jimmy, but Danielson comes from right behind and starts choking him once again.
And again, taking the attention of the referee while Jimmy Rave does damage. Choking away on the second rope. There's a legal tag right in front of the ref. Jimmy Rave back in. Pulls Nigel McGinnis down to the canvas by the head.
Trying to wear down McGinnis here with a front chancery. McGinnis on the wrong side of the ring completely, and Jimmy Rave blocking the path with his body. Very smart wrestling here from the team of Jimmy Rave and Bryan Danielson.
McGinnis back to his feet though. He's inching his way towards Samoa Joe. Can he make the tag? He's so close. Jimmy Rave and Nigel McGinnis knock heads. They both go down. Danielson into the ring, takes a shot at Samoa Joe off the apron, and pulls Nigel into the wrong part of town, all the way across the ring and away from being able to tag Samoa Joe.
And Danielson had no business even being in the ring, let alone interfering.
Hello, London! He's got both Jimmy Rave and Bryan Danielson down. Can Nigel go and make the tag?
This is the opening that Nigel needed. Rolls under, and here comes Samoa Joe.
Elbow for Jimmy Rave, and a forearm shot knocks him down. Big chop from Samoa Joe. Danielson with the full Nelson on Samoa Joe. Jimmy Rave charges and spears his own partner. Inverted atomic drop from Joe. Big running boot off the ropes. Back to his feet. Back senton. Trademark combination of Samoa Joe right there. Hard kick to the chest of Jimmy Rave. Joe sends him off. Going for the power slam. But Bryan Danielson puts a stop to his partner to save him. Rave going for the senton, but Rave, he's going to choke him out. Right into the choke of Samoa Joe.
Rear naked choke in the center, but Danielson breaks it up, saves the match for Raven Danielson. That would have been it. The rear naked choke was locked in. The body scissors was applied, but Danielson soared from the top and broke the hold. And back in comes Nigel McGinnis.
He's had a little bit of time to catch his breath, shake off the effects out on the apron. Now sent off the ropes by Jimmy Rave, knee to the midsection, and the running knee strike to the head. Cover! Nigel kicks out. Rave looking to follow up here as Nigel backed into the corner.
Nigel set to the buckle. Up he goes. Mule kick takes down Rave.
Cover. Only gets two, but has that arm trapped.
Key lock. Jimmy Rave might have to give it up. It's locked in. Pulling all the way back could separate the shoulder, but no. Bryan Danielson once again.
Saves his partner and drop kicks Samoa Joe to the floor. Joe caught his chin on the edge of the ring on the way down.
Danielson's been all over the place in this matchup.
Talking trash to Samoa Joe, who takes away the balance of Dragon, crouched on the top rope. Keep your eye on McGinnis. Gets all the clothesline off the second rope, and Danielson out to the floor. Into the hands of Samoa Joe. Into the barricade he goes. inside the ring for Jimmy Rave on McGinnis. While Samoa Joe and Bryan Danielson continue to fight on the floor. Going for the pedigree. Forearm shot from McGinnis. Forearm from Jimmy Rave. Off the ropes comes McGinnis. Lariat! And that's 3. Nigel McGinnis and Samoa Joe pick up the win.
Here are your winners, the team of Nigel McGinnis and Samoa Joe.
Nigel McGinnis returns from Noah to score the fall and earn the victory for his team. But you gotta think we haven't seen the last of Samoa Joe against Bryan Danielson. And the frustration continues for Jimmy Rave here in ROH.
Jimmy, relax. Listen, shit happens. Just get him to the back. Come on. You know, you want to be taken seriously, Jimmy. How about you act seriously, you know? Act like a professional for once. Hey, shut up! You already know you're the laughing stock of this company. Nobody takes you seriously. Just relax. Relax out of the back and let's do all this like professionals, shall we? Huh? Just calm down. You don't need to be sued. I don't need to be sued.
I'm gonna screw back! Shane Hagedorn, as a result of what happened, is injured and he can't referee tonight. So therefore, since I'm the commissioner, since I can't get the referee I want, the main event between Steve Corino and Homicide is canceled! And what's more than that, not only is that match canceled, but Homicide, he's canceled. Because I'm the commissioner, and that means Homicide right here, right by God now, is fired. And as long as I'm commissioner, Homicide will never, ever step foot in a Ring of Honor ring again. Now stick that up your ass. Tonight, the people are going to make a decision. One of you two niggas are going to have to bounce. So the bottom line is this. Who wants Jim Cornette to stay? You want me to stay? You need me. You got to have me. We have to have 5-7 homicide to stay. In the words of Satan, you're fired! You can't fire me! And who's gonna make me? I ain't leaving! You can't make me leave! Make you leave! Oh, Jesus! Don't take me, Cornette! Oh, my God! Look at you, Jimmy! Come on, Jimmy! I got you, one of them! Get your crack ass out of here! You get your crack ass out of here! I never let your crack ass! Oh, don't raise your leg again! I'm a star! Fuck you, Jimmy! I'm a star! Get out my building! You can't do this to me! I'm a star! You get your crack ass out of here!
How the hell do they fire the commissioner? How does this?
Washington, weighing 207 pounds, Davey Richards. His partner with the
Well, Jim Cornette taken out of the building. It looks like we've seen the last of him as commissioner of Ring of Honor. The fans have spoken and have chosen Homicide over the deranged, the crazy, the insane Jim Cornette. There's the opening bell. Delirious going nuts. Tag team action in our next contest. Delirious teaming with Davey Richards to take on the Briscoes. Jay and Mark.
You really can't blame the fans for choosing Homicide, because lately Jim Cornette's been acting more like Delirious than his old self.
Yeah, definitely out of control, definitely has lost his mind as a result of his hatred for Homicide. And Jim Cornette, well, at least we're going to see that Fight Without Honor later tonight in its original form without any of these crazy rules Cornette tried to institute earlier this evening.
So let me get this straight. Homicide only needs a 3 count.
Only a 3 count. It will be anything goes in that matchup for both men, not just for Steve Corino. And we're going to see the match that the fans came here to see. As right now, Davey Richards, who earned singles victories against both of the Briscoes last weekend, now takes them on with Delirious at his side in tag team competition.
Davey Richards right now. Arm drags Mark Briscoe. Quickness of Davey Richards, such an explosive wrestler. See the sudden, quick, out of nowhere he can hit the arm drag. He's really got that fast twitch muscle built up.
I don't know where he can connect with his wide assortment of different kicks that he can connect with.
Davey Richards, Delirious, they're going to have a tough match here, Dave, because the Briscoes are quite dominant, one of the top tag teams in Ring of Honor, and to my knowledge, Davey Richards and Delirious don't really have much experience as a team.
And right now, Davey Richards ready to go, looks toward his partner, who's currently chewing on the second rope. Hopefully it will not snap due to being consumed by the Masked Man. Collar and elbow tie up Mark Briscoe with the side headlock on Davey Richards. The Briscoe brothers definitely an experienced tag team duo. They've been a tag team their whole lives, and they're taking on a team without experience as partners, so we got to give the Briscoes the advantage going into a matchup like this. Although Davey Richards looked excellent last night as the tag team partner of Kenta as they took on Roderick Strong and Austin Aries in an excellent main event tag team matchup.
What a tremendous main event that was. And still, we have a huge main event tonight, too. The Fight Without Honor. We've been talking about it all night. As you saw, more quick movement from Davey Richards, hitting that kick to the shoulder out of nowhere.
See the explosive style of Davey Richards right there as he was bridging back. All he needed was that little opening to connect with that kick. He connected with it and now tags in Delirious. And Delirious running around ringside, getting ready to do battle. This is how he prepares for matches, man.
Let me get this straight, Dave. He was outside the ring.
Makes a tag, in comes Davey Richards.
He goes inside the ring so that he can go outside the ring so that he can run around and tag again.
That's right. Put down the ring apron like the Ultimate Warrior. And since he's not the legal man, he's telling Davey Richards, get back in there, wrestle. There you go, encouragement for Davey Richards.
Situations like this kind of make you wonder, maybe Delirious is the normal one. I mean, he tagged Davey Richards. Why did it take Davey Richards so long to get into the ring?
Good question. I wouldn't quite say that Davey Richards is the normal one, or Delirious is the normal one between he and Davey Richards, but
now Jay Briscoe at ringside. Not sure what he's up to there. But he's back on the apron. Hopefully we can get things going here. Mark Briscoe and Davey Richards getting ready to lock up.
And just as much as Davey Richards might not know how to take Delirious as his tag team partner, the Briscoes are kind of weirded out by Delirious themselves. As Davey Richards holding onto the wrist, right back to his feet though, comes Mark Briscoe. Richards forcing him down to a knee. Keeping that chest exposed, but a dragon screw leg whip as Mark was able to catch the kick before it could connect. Knee drop from Jay Briscoe, tagging the matchup now. Going to work on the leg of Davey Richards. Repeatedly.
Fast offense here from Jay Briscoe. His brother Mark hit the dragon screw leg whip, and as soon as Jay comes in, just a constant barrage on the knee of Davey Richards.
And David looking to make the tag now. What's Delirious doing in the corner, man? Spinning toe hold now from Jay Briscoe, putting more pressure on the leg of Richards. We saw that opening connected with one kick. It kicks him off the ropes now with a drop kick. And now it's Mark Briscoe tying up the leg of Davey Richards.
The Briscoe brothers here doing a very good job of keeping Davey Richards grounded. Applying the scissors to the leg so that he can't move. Delirious wanting to get in there.
The Briscoes focusing on one body part on Davey Richards. Smart strategy on their players. Scrub away on the back of Richards all the way down to the canvas.
Big stomp to the back of the head by Jay Briscoe. Delirious had a few words for Jay. Couldn't really tell you what they meant, but they were words, I guess.
They were words. But they're staying focused, are the Briscoes, on Davey Richards. Not really worrying about Delirious out on the apron at the moment. And they don't really have to as long as they can keep Davey away from making the tag. Back into the match comes Mark Briscoe. Double team work from the Briscoes. They both duck their heads, and Davey Richards connects with the kick and the STO. Roll up by Richards, and there's the tag to Delirious.
Clothesline by Delirious, and now really taking it to both Mark and Jay.
Sending the Briscoes into one another. Inadvertent shoulder block to the midsection. Here comes Delirious. Drop kick. Again, sending him shoulder first into his brother's midsection. Roll up by Delirious. Shoulder block of his own to the midsection of Jay Briscoe. And now he's got a Briscoe sandwich in the corner, driving his arm across the chest repeatedly. The never-ending story clothesline. Delirious with the bulldog out of the corner. Cover. Only gets two.
He may have been able to kick out, but his brother is still dazed from the never-ending story clotheslines.
Chop across the chest from the masked man. Pulls him away from the ropes. Knocks him down with the belly-to-back suplex. Cover. Keep him down. Davey Richards trying to shake some feeling back into that leg that the Briscoes were picking apart just a few moments ago.
It looked like Delirious spit in the face of Jay Briscoe. And now elbow to the back of the head of Mark. Sends him off the ropes. Mark reverses. Lifts him up. Delirious able to land on his feet though. Here comes Jay.
Big boot puts a stop to that. Down goes Delirious, and now Jay Briscoe picking him back up off the canvas, forearm across the back. Delirious now, sent to the ropes. Hooked his head, and Delirious kicking away. Big head scissors. Wipes out Delirious once again, but he gets his shoulder up.
Nobody throws a back elbow like Jay Briscoe. Puts his whole body into it to really bowl you over and slam you down into the canvas in a double heel out of the corner by the Briscoe brothers. You see it on the face of Mark. They're really feeling it here, Dave.
See it on the teeth of Mark. He's feeling it. Man up. But he can't put him away. Can't keep him down. Vertical suplex. Keeps him down. Again, Delirious with the shoulder up.
Davey Richards is certainly very anxious to get into this matchup, but right now, it's Mark and Jay Briscoe in control.
Chop across the chest. And again. Delirious. Sent to the ropes. Great elevation on the drop kick from Jay Briscoe. And now grabbing hold of the chin lock on Delirious. Trying to take away his energy. Davey Richards has had some time on the apron. Get some feeling back in his leg. He wants back into this matchup. You can sense it. Delirious trying to fight his way back to a standing position. But as soon as he gets back to his feet, Jay Briscoe just sends him right back down. Mark Briscoe back in.
Delirious lifted up by Jay Briscoe. Backbreaker.
Nice double team work from the Briscoe brothers. Very creative in their tag team strategy. But Davey Richards makes the save for his partner.
Did we really just see that, Dave? A slingshot, split-legged, corkscrew somersault senton. I mean, just unbelievable.
That is exactly what we just saw. And a knee drop to follow up. Pulls him over, cover. He kicks out. Briscoe's very inventive in their double team strategy here in Ring of Honor.
Looks up Delirious, slams him down. Slingshot out, slingshot in, springboard frog splash.
Only two though. Delirious staying in this match. And Davey Richards extending his hand, but Delirious too far away to make the tag. A double team hook from the Briscoes as they bowl Delirious over with a double team shoulder tap.
And Jay Briscoe with a hand gesture for the fans here in Philadelphia. And now choking away Delirious, or choking away at Delirious, I should say, picks him up. And the Briscoe brothers really in control here, Dave. Delirious trying to fight back, but for the most part, it's been all Briscoe brothers.
Got Delirious by the head.
He just put his gun back in?
Himself. Inside cradle from Delirious. Almost had the 3 count right there. Trying to crawl toward Davey Richards. Grabs hold of the tassels on the mask of Delirious to keep him away from his corner. Now he's got the leg of Delirious. Goes for the enziguri, nobody home. Going for the suplex, but Delirious lands on his feet. Elbow. Dunk of the clothesline, and there's the tag. Richards rolls through, chopping away at the chop. First through the whip. Richards with the big boot. But a forearm to the back by Jay Briscoe. Big dive to the floor, wipes out Mark. Near fall for Delirious inside the ring. Davey Richards stomping away on the floor. While Delirious in control inside the ring with Jay Briscoe.
Jay isolated.
Big kick.
Soccer kick right to the head by Delirious.
Looking to cinch in that Cobra stretch. Trying to get in proper position to go for that Cobra clutch. And take him down to the canvas to apply the hold. But elbows from Jay Briscoe. Frees himself from the Cobra clutch. Comes charging, drop toe hold into the turnbuckle. And now Delirious back to his feet. Panic attack. A knee strike to the side of the head. Shadows over! And he's setting him up for Shadows over hell. The back splash off the top. Right into the clutches, though, of Mark Briscoe, who dumps him on his head. Davey Richards, though, with the arm drag.
Under the clothesline, handspring, 540 kick, finds its mark.
Leg cradle suplex from Richards. Up comes the elbow pad. Running for him in the corner. But Richards gets hot-shotted on the top rope, and out to the floor he goes. Delirious battling with Jay Briscoe inside the ring. Delirious reverses the Irish whip. Briscoe into the buckle. Up and over. Delirious out to the apron. Gets a shot in on Jay Briscoe. Delirious climbing up top. Maybe looking for Shadows over hell, but a forearm from Jay Briscoe. Shadows over hell. He gets it. Cover. He kicks out. Delirious, though, trying to convert into the Cobra stretch. Cobra stretch. Davey Richards.
Touch muffler from Davey Richards. We could have a double submission here, Dave.
Delirious and Davey Richards could have the match won. Can the Briscoes hang in there?
Give up!
Double submissions. But they wind up in the ropes. Delirious and Davey Richards both release their submission hold. Richards consents victory. Boot from Davey Richards on Mark Briscoe, chopping away. Delirious with Jay Briscoe. Kicking away at the head of Delirious. Military press from Jay Briscoe into the Death Valley driver.
We have a Black Tiger Bomb here. Black Tiger Bomb neckbreaker combination.
Cover. Not the legal man, though. Delirious, the legal man. Jay Briscoe very frustrated. He thought he had the match won right there. But he can't stay focused on Davey Richards. Got to get Delirious back inside the ring to finish him off. Richards roll up, but he's not the legal man. The referee won't count. Good officiating by Todd Sinclair. Double stomp from Mark Briscoe. They got to get Delirious inside the ring if they want to get the victory here. Richards has been neutralized. He's out on the floor. They've got Delirious now and sending him back inside the ring. The Briscoe brothers have one of their two opponents out on the floor, and they've got the legal man now, Delirious, inside the ring, going for the J-Driller. Delirious trying to use his leverage to block.
He has him all the way up.
Spike J-Driller. Cover.
1, 2, 3.
And the Briscoe brothers continue to dominate the ROH tag team scene.
Lacey here at intermission. I'm just sitting back tonight enjoying the show, and then all of a sudden Colt Cabana comes out for his match. The sight of you just disgusts me, Colt. But you know what? It's all right. I got some good ideas now. I'm gonna use all my Lacey's Angels money to take you out. I'm gonna make your life a living hell. We have so much money, Lacey's Angels.
I don't know what your problem is, Lacey.
My problem?
Why are you being so mean? Coming in on my match last night, slapping me in the face, calling me a loser?
Well, I just call it like I see it, Daisy.
Oh, you think I'm a loser?
Yeah.
Why don't you try me?
Try you.
Come on, let's have a match.
You and me?
Huh?
You want to get in the ring with me?
Yeah, you think you can stand up?
Okay. Anytime, Daisy. Sure. You just call me. You know my number. Just anytime. Sure. Anytime, Daisy.
was on again. There was a
They are very sorry, but the CZW Tag Team titles are not on the line.
Thank you.
The Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles on the line as the Kings of Wrestling, as they call themselves, Chris Hero and Double C Claudio Castagnoli defend against the team that they defeated to win the ROH World Tag Team titles at Glory by Honor 5 Night 2 in Manhattan at the Manhattan Center. Austin Aries and Roderick Strong.
Roderick Strong and Austin Aries have really been looking forward to this rematch, Dave, and they've finally got it. The World Tag Team titles on the line, and let's see whether Roderick Strong and Austin Aries are able to capitalize on this opportunity to regain the titles.
And they're on top right off the bat. Flurry of punches in the corner for both Hero and Castagnoli, but Hero scoots to the floor to get out of harm's way. But here comes harm in the form of Austin Aries. Meanwhile, inside the ring, Roderick Strong and Claudio Castagnoli doing battle. Reversal of the whip. Roderick holds onto the arm of Castagnoli. Monkey flips Castagnoli over the top and to the floor on top of his partner. Austin Aries pounding away on the back of Castagnoli. And Roderick takes one as well. That shows just how much Aries and Strong want to reclaim those tag team championships.
Corkscrew Poncha takes out Double C and Chris Hero. What a big move there from Roderick Strong. Took a risk, but it paid off.
The battle continues out on the floor. Roderick rolls Hero back to his feet, forearm across the back. Aries and Strong back up on the apron. They had a 9-month reign as ROH Tag Team Champions. They turned the titles into World Tag Team titles, taking the belts to Japan and defending them. Many have considered Roderick Strong and Austin Aries the best tag team during the year 2006 in professional wrestling. Hard to argue with that, and we're seeing exactly why. Heart attack clothesline. Austin Aries going for the cover. And their reign as tag team champions came to an end at Glory by Honor 5 Night 2 at the hands of the Halliburton briefcase of Claudio Castagnoli to the already injured ribs of Austin Aries, causing him to cough up blood and fall victim to the KRS-One King's Reign Supreme over nearly everyone. And losing the tag team titles as a result. So you know Aries is bent on revenge in this match.
Now tell me this, why does Claudio even have a Halliburton?
I don't know what's inside the briefcase, but Claudio calls himself the most money-making man in professional wrestling. Maybe it's full of money, but I think it's probably full of bricks, because it did a whole lot of damage to the ribcage of Austin Aries.
When I think of Claudio, I don't think of him being full of money. I think of him being full of something else. And right now, front chancery from Austin Aries, really trying to wear down Claudio Castagnoli.
Works his way out of it, though. Both men back to their feet, and he goes to the eyes of Austin Aries, trying to take a little shortcut, and in comes Chris Hero, right into a Japanese arm drag from Aries.
Austin Aries sends him head first into the turnbuckle, and Chris Hero tries to get away as fast as he can to make a tag to his partner, but Austin Aries able to stop him.
I think that was fantastic. Hero tried to be all fancy in the way that he got into the ring, right into a Japanese arm drag from Austin Aries. He's now got Hero by the ears into his own corner now. Overhand chop by Aries. And here's how you throw a chop. Roderick Strong, one of the hardest hitters in Ring of Honor.
Chris Hero still desperate to get out of the match, but gets dumped on his head by a backdrop suplex.
Hero kicking out, reaching to make the tag.
Yeah, try to tag Austin Aries. Chris Hero just wants to get out of there. He doesn't care who he tags.
Wrong part of town.
He might try to tag the ref next.
Aries and Strong working as a unit here. It's a great tag team, great double team work by these two men. Into the elbow, goes Austin Aries.
Shot into the elbow drop. Nice move there by Austin Aries, and follows it up with a kick right to the spine. And Chris Hero now starting to get worn down to horse court there.
Aries working over the arm of Chris Hero. Holds it in hammerlock position, having the knee down. Into the back and into that arm. Pulling the shoulders of Hero against the canvas. And the near fall. Austin Aries going to work now on Chris Hero. Choking him out right there. Driving him into the knee of Roderick Strong.
Back in comes Roderick Strong now. Picks up Chris Hero. Takes him over to the snapmare.
Trying to apply that full Nelson with his legs. Going back on the arms as well for good measure.
There's a half Nelson and a hammerlock.
Submission predicament, Chris Hero. A lot being taken out of him right here. If he doesn't give it up, he's still on the receiving end. A lot of punishment right here from Roderick Strong, who changes it up and goes trying to cinch in the camel clutch. Hero, though, fighting out of it as Roderick just tries to maintain a side headlock now.
Chris Hero back to his feet, trying to escape the headlock.
Meanwhile, Claudio Castagnoli and Austin Aries fighting on the other side of the ring while the referee's tied up. A little bit of an assist from Double C, illegally.
Claudio came in the ring, ref didn't see it. Double backdrop suplex from the Kings of Wrestling. And now Roderick Strong finds himself in enemy territory. Stomp to the chest by Claudio.
Going to work on the legs of Roderick Strong. The most money-making man plants him with the slam. Lateral press. Do the kick out though. Trying to inch his way toward Austin Aries, waiting on the apron. Claudio with Roderick Strong. Into the buckle he goes. European uppercut. And kicking away at the midsection. Makes the tag a hero once again.
Hero back in the match. Jumping shoulder right into the stomach of Roderick Strong.
And Hero chopping away at Roderick Strong. While raking away at the eyes once again.
Hero picking up Roderick. Pulling him into the middle. Muay Thai clinch. What a blow right to the back. Overhand to the back of Roderick Strong. Tried to tag in Claudio, did Chris Hero, and Roderick almost escaped.
But he didn't, wasn't able to make that tag. And frequent tags on the side of the ROH World Tag Team Champions, the Kings of Wrestling.
But on the side of Claudio's tights.
It's Tetris pieces, yes.
Are you serious?
No. Chris Hero was letting the fans hear it though, mouthing off to these Philadelphia fans. As Claudio distracts referee Todd Sinclair, Hero choking him out in the corner.
Claudio now picking up Roderick. And Chris Hero, so arrogant. Oh, look at me, I'm holding the tag rope. As if he was doing nothing wrong before.
Delayed vertical suplex from Hero and Castagnoli. As Claudio exits the ring. Hero just taunting Austin Aries with the hand of Roderick Strong. He wants to make the tag here, but not quite close enough. Roderick Strong with shots to the midsection of Chris Hero. Wrong part of town for Roderick Strong as Castagnoli grabs hold of him, holds him in place for Chris Hero to kick away.
Jumping boot right to the midsection. Follows it up with a chop. And the Kings of Wrestling doing what they do best. Cutting off the ring, choking him when the ref's not looking, having Tetris pieces on their tights.
It's not Tetris. Have you ever seen the Swiss flag?
Chris Hero jumping over the top rope for no reason. Are we supposed to be impressed by that?
Abdominal stretch cinched in by Double C. An extra leverage from the apron from his partner out of the line of sight for senior official Todd Sinclair. Austin Aries trying to tell the referee what's going on, but he doesn't see the cheating tactics of the champions. Able to hip toss his way out of the abdominal stretch, trying to make the tag, but driven into the turnbuckle by Castagnoli.
Great ring positioning there from Claudio Castagnoli, right in the middle of the path that Roderick needed to take to get to Austin Aries. Jumped with everything he had, but got intercepted by Claudio.
Chris Hero drop kicking the side of the head, nips right back up to his feet. Grabs hold of the legs of Roderick Strong, pulling him away from the ropes. Rolling him backward and to his feet. Got him in the clinch once again.
Got to be careful. When you're locked in a clinch like this, your head is exposed, left wide open for a knee strike. Roderick fights his way out. Gets met with a kick to the stomach.
Little axe handle from Chris Hero. These guys are so full of themselves. But
it goes above and beyond being full of yourself.
But the point is they are the champions. They are the best tag team here in Ring of Honor at the moment because they hold those titles. And there are a lot of tag teams that are looking to come after those belts. Not only Aries and Strong in this matchup, but of course Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal have also made it known that they are after the tag team titles. The Briscoes, you name it, the tag team scene here in ROH is red hot.
Yeah, Kings of Wrestling are the world champions, and it makes it tough to criticize them, which is why I wish someone would beat them for those titles already, because I don't like their tactics, and personally, if they didn't have the titles, I wouldn't feel so bad about criticizing them.
Hero back in. They effectively cut the ring in half, kept Roderick Strong away from Austin Aries, who's just itching to get back in that ring.
Hero now hooking Roderick Strong, has him up, we've seen this before, they're running atomic drop. The tailbone lands right on the knee.
Forearm for Austin Aries knocks him off the aprons, tried, as Chris Hero just continues to kick away at Roderick Strong. Hero has effectively utilized the atomic drop as well as the double axe handle as of late in his repertoire.
Call Chris Hero an innovator for a reason, I guess.
Going for the double boots are the Kings of Wrestling, but Roderick Strong firing back on both of his opponents. Chops and forearms for both men. Bad timing by the champs right there. Aries sent to the floor by Castagnoli. Roderick chopping away and makes the tag. Austin Aries is legal and goes soaring, waving out both Hero and Castagnoli. Forearms for everybody, courtesy of Austin Aries. But Hero with a shot to the back of Aries. The Kings of Wrestling now. Send him off the ropes. Duck with a double clothesline attempt. Going for the crossbody. Can't take him off their feet. Arm drag. Takes down Castagnoli. Hero misses the back senton. Here comes Aries. Baseball slide drop kick for double C. Twisting body press on Hero. Cover. Not the legal man though. Good officiating by Sinclair. Going for the moonsault, but nobody home.
Claudio in the ring now. Has him hooked.
Going for the Alpamari water slide, but works his way out of that position. Shin breaker into the belly to back suplex. Running drop kick in the corner from Aries. Goes for the cover. Hero breaks it up. A shot in on Aries.
Now Roderick Strong in the ring. But Chris Hero taking it to him. Nice elbow from Hero.
Headbutt from Chris Hero. Austin Aries a little dazed. Reverses the Irish whip. Hero right into a shoulder block from Roderick. The former tag team champions of the world working over Chris Hero. Double team backbreaker. Going for the chop brainbuster combo, but Castagnoli from the floor puts a stop to that. Aries trying to get that brainbuster. Hero blocking the attempt.
Can he get Hero up? No, it's Hero that puts up Austin Aries.
With the suplex. Castagnoli now. Alpamari water slide. Cover. Only two. Can't put him away. These two teams just battling it out for the right to call themselves the ROH World Tag Team Champions. The Kings of Wrestling now looking to double team Aries. Going for the KRS-1, but Aries worked his way out of that position. It's what earned the Kings of Wrestling the tag team titles. That and the Halliburton to the ribs. Aries lighting up the chest of Castagnoli. Diving European uppercut off the top. Only two. Aries gets his shoulder up.
And Claudio Castagnoli continues to hit these European uppercuts from out of nowhere, Dave.
Gibson driver from Roderick Strong. Boot to the gut by Castagnoli. Roderick holds on to their arm. On the shoulders, gutbuster. Going for the big boot. And he connects. Cover. Castagnoli gets his shoulder up. Aries and Strong looking for that chop brainbuster combo. No, he's going out to the apron. More double team work from Aries and Strong. Going for that dropkick powerbomb combo possibly.
Halliburton.
Aries firing away on Chris Hero. Knocking Hero to the floor. Halliburton waiting in the corner there. Trying to get Castagnoli up is Roderick Strong powerbomb. Aries up top, maybe looking for the 450, but there's Hero once again. Elbows from Aries. Roderick takes Hero down to the floor. Hero and Strong out on the floor now. Aries in the corner. He's got Castagnoli on his back.
What is Austin Aries doing here? Hit the 450, get the win.
Thinking about his next move. Hero trying to put a chair to use. There's Castagnoli with the Halliburton to the ribs once again. Not again. Come on. Referee didn't see it.
1, 2, 0.
He kicked out. Not tonight. Halliburton to the ribs, but Aries still with enough to kick out. Roderick Strong nails Chris Hero on the floor. Back inside the ring, forearm shot to the back of Double C, and down goes Todd Sinclair in the corner. Roderick Strong with Castagnoli. Trying to wiggle his way out of this position. Who's going to get the advantage? Roderick trying to hold on to him. Castagnoli trying to take him down. And he does. Oh, Hero with the Halliburton once again. Tosses it. Austin Aries has got it. And puts the Halliburton to use. Clocks Hero and Castagnoli with the Halliburton repeatedly. Halliburton to the head of Hero, and Sinclair sees it. Aries letting his emotions get the best of him. He's lost control. Oh, Austin Aries getting disqualified. Hero and Claudio retained by disqualification, but Aries getting a measure of revenge. A gigantic opportunity for Matt Sydal as he follows the code of honor with Kenta, a wrestler who has made a huge impact in Ring of Honor during the course of the past year since making his debut in a big way in a very memorable matchup against Loki at Final Battle 2005. Kenta and Matt Sydal, two wrestlers with a small but very athletic frame to do battle in this match, both known for taking to the air, Kenta known for striking very hard, and Matt Sydal looking at this as a big matchup that could propel him even further up the roster, and he's already done.
Oh yeah, Sydal winning this matchup would make him a star all over the world. A big test here for Matt Sydal, and in the opening exchange, it was a stalemate, Dave. Matt Sydal toe-to-toe with Kenta on the mat, and let's see how things progress.
And this is Kenta's final matchup here in Ring of Honor until deep into 2007, as his schedule is completely full, mainly obligated to Pro Wrestling Noah in Japan, where Kenta is a major player in that organization. Ringing away on the arm of Matt Sydal, works his way free and takes Kenta down by the arm. Matt Sydal maintaining control of the arm.
Kenta near the ropes, though, and Matt Sydal wisely pulls him away. Hammerlock into a headlock.
Of course, back at the Best in the World event, Kenta teamed up with his longtime partner, Naomichi Marufuji, to take on Bryan Danielson and Samoa Joe. And he was involved in several matches with Bryan Danielson. Later on during the year, of course, In Your Face, the three-way, with Kenta versus American Dragon versus Samoa Joe. Glory by Honor 5, Night 2, the singles matchup against Danielson. Nice leapfrog from Matt Sydal, duck of the clothesline, and a big boot from Kenta. Connects with two kicks, but a head scissors from Matt Sydal and a drop kick. Sydal holding his own against Kenta right here. Goes for the cover. Kenta in a series of dream matches in ROH thus far this year, and his final dream match right here against Matt Sydal, a wrestler that many fans here in ROH see a lot of potential in. He's a very dynamic performer. Cannonball leg drop right there from Matt Sydal, and very exciting to watch. And the same can be said for Kenta.
Kick right to the stomach by Matt Sydal. And another one.
Sydal has had an excellent year thus far. Went to the finals of Survival of the Fittest against Delirious. Really climbing the card, showing how much he has improved. And forming that tag team against Christopher Daniels after an excellent series of matches against Daniels as opponents. And defeated Christopher Daniels. As right now he's striking away at Kenta. Back and forth they go, but both men staying on their feet. Both men connecting with boots in the midsection. Hard chop from Sydal. Takes down Kenta. That's not an easy task.
And I just want to point out, Dave, Matt Sydal just went toe-to-toe with Kenta in an exchange of strikes, and Matt Sydal got the better of it, knocking down Kenta.
Backed into the corner. Will we see a clean break right here? Hard kicks from Kenta. Into the chest of Matt Sydal.
A couple of kicks, look at they might have landed right on the throat. Kenta absolutely ruthless with those kicks.
And again, right to the chest of Matt Sydal. Kenta with the cover. Sydal, though, bridging up to get his shoulders off the canvas. You see the expression of pain on the face of Sydal after those kicks connected. Of course, Kenta and Marufuji teamed up to take on the Briscoes at Glory by Honor 5 Night 1 as well. And last night teaming up with his American protege Davey Richards against the Briscoes. Trying to get the suplex right here. Who's going to get it? Jockeying for position. Sydal gets him up and takes him down with the suplex. Cover. Kenta able to kick out.
And Dave, Kenta's got to be surprised by how tough Matt Sydal's turned out to be here, as Matt Sydal's been dominating the match.
Into the bow and arrow goes Matt Sydal. Pressure put on the legs, the back, the neck. Lots of body parts on Kenta right here with one hold. Seidel is one big victory away from being a bona fide main eventer here in ROH, and that big victory could be this matchup against Kenta. Kenta down to a knee, looking to block the attempt by Seidel. Yeah! And elevates Seidel himself, dropping him midsection first. Away at the chest. Kenta now out to the apron and climbing up top. Gets all of it, does Kenta. The fans showing their appreciation.
What a double stomp there from Kenta to take down Seidel. And now picking up Matt Seidel, center of the ring, brings him down with a snapmare.
Hard kick to the back, and again. Kenta hits so very hard. A very, very brutal wrestler. You certainly feel the effects for several days after you get in the ring with this man. Head scissors applied on Matt Seidel, trying to take away his energy and his oxygen. Both of these wrestlers very high impact. They strike very quickly. As Matt Seidel able to roll into the ropes to force a break of the head scissors.
You see Seidel there gasping for air.
Another hard kick from Kenta. And again. Pull Seidel out of the corner. Forearm shot from Kenta, but Seidel with the overhand chop. Back and forth they go. Down goes Seidel. Solid forearm from Kenta. Really kick out. Quickly grabbing hold of the chinlock once again is Kenta. Several high impact strikes, and then goes right back to try to wear down Seidel with a hold on the mat.
Seidel now struggling to get back to his feet. Trying to get to a vertical position. The elbow out of the hold, and hits and ends the Giri out of nowhere. Catches Kenta in the back of the head, sunset flip.
Slap right across the face of Matt Seidel by Kenta. Couldn't take him over with the sunset flip, but Kenta gets the slap. Snap mare brings Seidel down to the canvas, out to the apron, brings himself back in the ring. And kicks away at the head of Seidel, all the way out to the floor he goes. Feeling the effects on the floor, Matt Seidel trying to recover.
Seidel back to his feet, trying to head into the ring, but Kenta came to the outside to meet him. See Christopher Daniels in support of Matt Seidel at ringside. Seidel sent crashing into the guardrail.
Back first, taking a lot out of Matt Seidel right there. Was writhing in pain on the floor. Kenta kicking very hard. It's amazing that Matt Seidel's been able to withstand the beating that Kenta has unleashed thus far and continue to fight. Gets his shoulder up.
Come on, Matt.
Christopher Daniels encouraging Matt Seidel, his tag team partner, to hang in there. Camel clutch cinched in by Kenta. Pressure on the back, which was damaged out on the floor with the barricade. Twisting away on the neck as well. Seidel trying to squirm his way out of this position as Kenta twists away on the neck of Seidel.
Well, the first thing Seidel did was get one of his arms out. Now he's got the other one out, which starts to alleviate some of the pressure and makes it easier for him to escape the hold. Gets to the ropes. Ref asks for a break.
Kenta releases. Has Seidel back on his feet. Scoops him up and hits him with a body slam.
Kenta now taking his time, beating down Matt Seidel.
Has both legs, trying to turn him over. Matt Seidel trying to fight it off. Into a Boston Crab goes Kenta, sitting back with it. Pressure put on Seidel's legs as well as his back. Matt needs to make it to the ropes here. Reaching for the bottom rope, and he's got it. Seidel needs to get back to a standing position here. He's been on the receiving end of a lot from Kenta. And another hard kick to the chest. Forearm shot from Kenta. Likes to utilize the go to sleep to finish off his opponents. The fireman's carry into the knee strike to the face.
Kenta got an elbow up. It stunned Seidel, but Seidel recovered with the spinning wheel kick. Sent Kenta down.
The ropes comes Seidel. Leaping clothesline. You can tell Seidel's the worst for wear, but he's still giving it all he's got. Elbows to the side of the head of Kenta. Breaks free of the waist lock. Catches the head and drives the leg across the chest down to the mat. Both men feeling the effects, both down on the canvas as the referee checks on their condition and administers a double count on both athletes. Seidel back to his feet first.
Picks Kenta up. What a chop from Seidel.
Kenta reverses the whip. Misses the boot in the corner. Seidel gets out of harm's way and dumps Kenta out to the floor. Seidel up top. Moonsault to the floor by Seidel. Rope hang time and takes Kenta through the concrete floor. Seidel encouraging him, get back to your feet, get him inside the ring and go for that cover.
Seidel back to his knees. Can he get up? Can he bring Kenta back into the ring and try to finish him off? Seidel took a huge risk with that moonsault off the top rope to the floor, but he was able to hit it, and now it's time to make Kenta pay.
Pulls him inside the ring. Daniels knows how much this victory would mean for the career of his partner. But Seidel took too much time. Kenta came charging. Shoulder block to the midsection of Kenta. Trying to get that sunset flip. Misses the slap this time. Big boot from Kenta. Seidel landing right on his neck. Seidel on his back, feeling the effects. Kenta back to his feet. We're going to follow up on Seidel. Kicking away at the chest. Combination of kicks from Kenta. Out to the apron. Missile drop kick.
Slingshot out of the ring, slingshot back in. Missile drop kick. Only gets two though. Kenta again. Having some words with the referee.
Looking to follow up. Big boot from Matt Seidel. Kenta charges. And gets all of it. Butterflies those arms. Going for the butterfly suplex. Seidel down to a knee to block the attempt. Knee strikes now from Kenta. Snapmare. And a hard kick to the chest of Seidel. Cover! He kicks out. Kenta getting a little frustrated, but he's realizing just what Matt Seidel brings to the table. What a competitor he is. He's got those arms going for the tiger suplex. Seidel lands on his feet. Ducks the kick. Sweeps the legs. Standing moonsault. Kenta kicks out.
How close was that, Dave? Seidel able to hit the moonsault, and somehow Kenta still kicked out. But Seidel still in control. Pushes Kenta into the corner. Lifts him up. What could Seidel have in mind here?
Maybe that moonsault belly-to-belly suplex. No, it looks like he's going for a superplex. Kenta, though, with shots to the ribcage of Seidel. Knocks him off the ropes. Seidel with the head scissors, though. Takes Kenta off the top and back inside the center of the ring. Seidel needs to capitalize. Kenta's down on his back.
And Dave, both men have taken so much punishment. Matt Seidel can barely stand here, let alone make his way over to Kenta to try to put him away.
Here it is!
Going for the here it is driver, the half Nelson pump handle slam. He gets it. Cover. Kenta kicks out. Seidel can't believe it. But looking to follow up on Kenta. Double stop. Seidel going up top. Maybe for the Seidel press. No one home. Kenta moves out of the way. Boot to the midsection. Kenta butterflying those arms and butterfly suplex into the turnbuckle.
Seidel landed right on his neck. Seidel could be hurt here. Up goes Seidel.
Powerbomb into the turnbuckle.
Slammed head first on that buckle. Tiger suplex.
He gets it. Nice bridge. Only two. Matt Seidel kicks out.
Matt Seidel may have kicked out, but he's landed right on the back of his neck several times in just the last 30 seconds.
A trademark combination from Kenta. Off the ropes he comes. But Seidel going for the head scissors, dropped into a powerbomb. He kicks out though. He kicks out. Christopher Daniels encouraging Matt Seidel. Hang in there, keep fighting, kid. Kenta back to the combination, off the ropes.
Usaiki knee kick, turns Matt Seidel inside out. This could be it, Dave.
He kicked out! Matt Seidel kicked out!
Kenta can't believe it. You see the look on his face, just absolute disbelief. He hit the boom, and somehow Seidel kicked out. It's got to be time for go to sleep.
Oh, he's looking to finish him off. Matt Seidel counters go to sleep into a head scissors. Clothesline in the corner, Seidel up top. Caught into an ace crusher. Back up on the shoulders. Go to sleep! Seidel comes so close to scoring the win, but still proves he belongs at the top of the card here in Ring of Honor. It was a tremendous year for Kenta, and he ends it with a victory. Thank you, Kenta, and we'll see you back here in 2007.
Thank you, Philadelphia. Thank you, USA. And thank you, ROH. See you next year. Thank you.
You know, I'd like to think that I'm a big enough man to admit when I'm wrong, and tonight, I am. You see, when I started in Japan, I remember Kenta from back then, and he was just starting. He had a lot of fire, he was a great wrestler, but I didn't think much of him. And when you came here, I sure as hell didn't think much of you then. But if there's one thing I've learned during your stay here in ROH, is that you're Japan, if not the world's finest competitor. But more importantly than that, you gave everything you had every night for the most dedicated fans in the world. And for that, Kenta, domo arigatou gozaimashita.
I need you to take this message to men like Morishima. I need you to take this message to men who I know when they receive this message, like Kenta Kobashi, will come back and give me my rematch. And Kenta, it's a message that transcends all language barriers.
And we got a cop killer. Let's open it up.
I'm gonna finish the job.
How dare you, piece of shit, and I hate you!
Homicide, your career is over.
Is a fight without honor! There are no rules, there must be a winner, and this match is scheduled for one fall. The referee assigned is Todd Sinclair. introducing first to the night, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 243 pounds, is the King of Old School, Steve Carino. His opponent to the left is accompanied by Julius Spooks. From Bed-Stuy, Do-or-Die, Brooklyn, New York, weighing 218 pounds, the notorious 1-7
It's main event time. A fight without honor between the notorious 187 and Steve Carino. Homicide and Carino looking to settle their feud once and for all to end it here in Philadelphia. And staring one another down. Both men very focused, very serious in this matchup.
Dave, the hatred goes back four long years. And it all ends tonight in Philadelphia. Fight without honor. Anything goes. And the match was jeopardized earlier by Jim Cornette. We thought the match would be ruined by these bizarre stipulations he came up with. And thank goodness we're getting the match the way it was advertised. Fight without honor, no restriction.
Slowly coming face to face, Homicide and Steve Carino. It's all going to break loose here. Thankfully, Jim Cornette has nothing to do with this matchup from this point forward. Homicide's political ally Conan coming to his aid and talking to ROH management, getting the Cornette situation taken care of. Cornette has been slowly turning into basically a madman, drunk with power, as ROH commissioner has been removed from his position. And this match back up the way it was supposed to be. Fight without honor between these two men.
Both men obviously hesitant in the early going. Got to have a lot of emotions running through their minds. A lot of hatred pumping through those veins as they stare each other down here.
You can feel the tension as they lock up, jockeying for position. Who's going to get the advantage right off the bat here? As they take the collar and elbow tie-up up against the ropes all the way around the ring, just trying to get the advantage in the first hold of the match. Neither man giving an inch. Homicide has him backed into the corner. Julius Smokes at ringside, shouting encouragement for Homicide. Slap right across the face of Carino. That's what cost Steve Carino his hearing in their matchup back at Better Friends, Stiffer Enemies. A bloodbath between these two men. That, of course, took place in August of 2003. Again, both men very serious. A stare down and another hard lockup. A fight without honor has traditionally been the end of a feud here in Ring of Honor. And we hope to see that between these two men once and for all here this evening. Slap from Carino across the face of Homicide.
A little bit of payback there from the slap Homicide delivered to the face of Carino just moments ago.
Fight Without Honor has always produced the most violent matches here in Ring of Honor. The Homicide getting very aggressive, pitches Carino out to the floor. It was just a matter of time before they took the fight out here to the ringside floor. There are no rules in this matchup. Anything goes. There must be a winner in this matchup. Just going punch for punch out on the floor here as Carino sends Homicide over the steel barricade, and they're going into the crowd.
Already, and you knew it was inevitable. A fight like this, the ring can't contain all the hatred that is shared between Homicide and Steve Carino.
Doing battle up in the bleachers now. Strike for strike, punch for punch. Carino getting the advantage, pounding away on the back of Homicide. Sent down in the bleachers. Homicide gets a shot into the chest and across the back of Steve Corino. These two did battle in the very first barbed wire matchup, the first no rope barbed wire match in Ring of Honor history back at War of the Wire. That was Thanksgiving weekend of 2004. Chair just tossed down on top of the body of Steve Corino. Homicide's now got a trash can and hurls it at Corino's head.
Away on the forehead of Steve Corino.
Chop across the chest from Homicide.
Homicide perhaps looking to tear open old wounds with those right hands.
Neither of these men will be the same after this feud comes to a conclusion. Corino will never regain the hearing in that ear at the hands of Homicide. Look at him ripping at the ear, going to work on that ear as Julius Smokes just shouting. And of course, Homicide's shoulder will never be the same. It was back at Steel Cage Warfare in Manhattan that Homicide, his shoulder sustained that horrible injury at the hands of Steve Corino 11 months ago, and now they're trying to settle this feud once and for all here in Philadelphia. Looking for the suplex on the bleachers here.
Can he get the suplex? He's digging down deep. And Dave, you mentioned before how neither man will be the same after this match. I would contend that after every major match in this feud, neither man has been the same. Suffering permanent injuries. And you see Homicide falling down the bleachers there. Such a dangerous environment for two men to fight. Either one of them could fall at any time.
And the injuries inflicted during this particular chapter of their feud will certainly be long-lasting as well. Steve Corino with the upper hand for the moment. Homicide gains the advantage, looking to suplex Corino here.
Take him over. Corino held his ground and suplexed Homicide on this hard floor.
Corino grabbing the back of his own head, delivering the maneuver. His head might have smacked against the concrete.
I think actually his head hit the edge of one of those chairs as he took Homicide over.
Corino trying to suffocate Homicide just last week with a plastic bag over the head in Dayton, Ohio. These two have also fought in numerous tag matches here in ROH. Looking for the hip toss, sending Corino right into the chair. And using the chair as a weapon is Homicide. Julius Smokes firing him up. Again, the chair right to the head of Steve Corino. Launching the chair into the ring is the notorious 187. October 2002, the first Glory by Honor right here in Philadelphia is when it all started between these men.
Fight your fight. Get it back in the ring. Let's go.
Miscommunication between these two men when they teamed up against the invading Backseat Boys at that event.
Come on, Homicide.
After that, we saw Homicide try to stab Corino in the eye. Corino cost Homicide a shot at the world title. And the violence just escalated from there. As Corino now working over Homicide on the floor in the ringside area, getting closer to the ring, sending Corino shoulder first into the steel barricade. And again, launching another chair inside the ring.
And Dave, so much has changed in Ring of Honor over the last 4 years. So many people have come and gone. So many issues have started and been resolved, but there's been one constant, and that one constant has been the hatred between Homicide and Steve Corino.
Homicide looking for more weapons as a back rake from Julius Smokes on the floor. Sticking those fingernails into the back of Steve Corino. Homicide beating up Mike Keener. a longtime Carino supporter and a friend of Steve Carino's. You see Ricky Landau in Carino's corner as well, one of Carino's students who's on the receiving end of punishment from Homicide right now.
Jim Carino being taken apart by Homicide. And Homicide sends Carino's head right into the guardrail.
Carino sent back inside the ring. We still have all those chairs that Homicide has thrown into the ring, waiting to be put to use. Homicide with chair in hand. Carino. Head just thrown right at his head. Trying to work his way back to his feet. Vertical suplex from the notorious 187, holding onto the head. Combination of suplexes from Homicide. Looking for third. He gets it. Out to the apron. And oh no! Steve Carino's got a tennis racket. Homicide going for the headbutt, but the tennis racket right into the head of Homicide.
Normally I'd scold Steve Carino for something like that, but it's a fight without honor. That's just smart strategy to lay possum and then out of nowhere bring the weapon up and crack Homicide in the head.
Of course, the tennis racket popularized by Jim Cornette in the past, putting it to use on Homicide right here. Homicide, it looks like he's been busted open with that tennis racket, going for the headbutt, and Carino digging away at the cut on the head of Homicide. Driving those fingernails into the laceration to force it even further open to cause more blood to flow. Oh, this is disgusting. Just trying to cause more blood to pour out of the head of Homicide. Carino just violent right here, digging away at that cut.
I mean, that's just gross, David. Look like he was almost trying to pour the blood on the fans at ringside. I mean, Carino just going over the top here to really take the fight to Homicide.
Homicide firing up, though, trying to shake off the effects and firing back on Steve Carino. Reversal of the whip, though, and Homicide into the steel barricade. His face a bloody mess. Blood pouring out of his head. Carino looking underneath the ring for some more weapons. Homicide is down. Trying to shake off the effects, the blood pouring into his eyes. These fans, the Homicide supporters, encouraging him to get back up to his feet. Julius Smokes encouraging him to keep fighting.
Homicide's back up, pulled himself up using the guardrail. Steve Carino, though, has a trash can.
Right at the head, and that already lacerated forehead of Homicide as the blood continues to pour out of his head, just dripping off of the head of Homicide.
And the poor old lady in the front row couldn't take the violence anymore. Just got up and walked away. And if
a match as violent as this, not for everyone.
Yeah, if you're weak stomach, if you're elderly, you might want to maybe get out of here and just I don't know. I don't even know what to say. It's just such craziness here between these two men as they go back and forth. And Carino has Homicide's blood all over his body now. Homicide bleeding everywhere. Both men really trying to end the lives of their opponent. Just pure hatred on display by both of these two men.
You know that Carino would love nothing more than to injure Homicide during the course of this matchup and cost him his big opportunity coming up at the end of December at Final Battle 2006 in New York City, his shot at the ROH World title.
And the funny thing is, Dave, the ironic thing about a match like this, a fight without honor, with all this brutality, is this match is actually everything about honor, because it's two men's honor at stake. They hate each other. They want to prove who the best is, even if in a sick, twisted way.
Homicide now at the ladder, going to put it to use after utilizing that trash can to the head of Steve Carino. He's got the chair.
Chair right to the head. Saw the indention on the chair there. Now has Carino in the corner.
Tried to reverse the whip, but Homicide broke free. Gets backdropped onto the ladder, just bending the ladder in half.
It looked like it was going to be Carino being sent into that ladder. And Carino was able to escape. And the backdrop sent Homicide's back, crashing into that metal ladder. And now Carino looking to take advantage of it.
Homicide draped over the second rope. Blood still pouring out of his head. Carino still digging at those cuts on Homicide's head to cause more blood to pour out.
It's just sick, Dave. Digging your fingernail into the cut of your opponent to cause more blood loss. And now Carino has Homicide down, trying to choke him out here.
This could be it right here. Todd Sinclair taking on his condition. The fans here in Philadelphia encouraging Homicide to work back to his feet. He's back up and drives Carino into the corner. Repeated shoulder blocks to the midsection of Steve Carino. Homicide to the second rope, swinging DDT. And asking for another weapon from Julius Smokes. It's the ghetto fork! The ghetto fork of Homicide! And he's just stabbing away at Steve Carino now. The ghetto fork of Homicide being put to use. Once again, he's going after the ear of Carino.
Homicide is stabbing another man's ear. And you see the look on his face as the blood continues to flow. And now the ear is bleeding.
The ear has been sliced open from the ghetto fork of Homicide. Look at the bloodied ear to Steve Carino. Just holding his head in position to dig away with that fork.
And Dave, I didn't think this feud would ever end, but you knew deep down that if it would end in a fashion like this. Everything going on, no holding back, anything goes, fight without honor. And it's lived up to the billing because it's been absolute brutality, absolute craziness.
What is that? A barbed wire covered bat! A barbed wire! Being put to use.
Team Carino has come prepared here. He's slicing his head open with a barbed wire bat.
More blood flowing out of the head of Homicide, but a boot to the midsection of Carino. Blood pouring out of Carino's ear. Homicide now with that barbed wire. It is a bat. Swings, but Carino ducks. But the second shot from Homicide lands on Carino.
And the shot went right to the side of the head, perhaps to that already bloody ear.
Oh, right on the ear, standing on the barbed wire bat, digging the barbed wire into the side of the head of Steve Carino. Such brutality. You hear the fans. They said it all right there as Homicide just working over Carino. And what's that? It's rubbing alcohol! Oh my God, rubbing alcohol into the open wound! The lacerated ear of Steve Carino! How can he withstand the pain of that?
And a member of Team Carino brushing off his back with a towel. I don't think that's going to do anything. Carino is in serious danger here.
Homicide said that he would leave Ring of Honor if he didn't win a title by the end of this year. And he's eliminating all the roadblocks one by one. Tonight it's Steve Carino looking to put an end to this war that has lasted for 4 long years.
But we're not looking at two men looking to end a feud. We're looking at two men looking to end a career, looking to end a life, as sick as that sounds. And they're doing whatever they can to incapacitate their opponent. Carino's laid out on the table.
Homicide looking to these fans. All the way up top. And through the table goes Steve Carino. Julius Smokes likes what he sees. So do these fans. Homicide with chair in hand once again. The blood continuing to pour out of his head. Blood still pouring out of the side of the head of Carino.
It's Carino back in the ring. He's got that trash can and hits Carino right in the head with it. And now chops away at the chest. Carino reverses. Here comes Homicide. Homicide holds on. And Carino sends himself all the way to the outside.
Launches the chair at the head of Homicide as he went for the tope con hilo.
Check that cut. You got another cut, D. You got another cut.
Hear me now?
Carino with the advantage. As look at the blood pour out of his lacerated ear.
You cut again. You cut again.
Carino has a piece of the table he threw in the ring.
Homicide hitting Carino over the head with the piece of the table himself. Low blow from Carino, but hey, anything goes in a fight without honor. He's jabbing him with the broken piece of table. The sharp edge of that table cutting away at Homicide.
And now Steve Carino has mounted Homicide and tearing away at the face. Is Steve Carino.
Digging away at the eyes, digging away at the cut on the head as well. Chair put to use once again by Homicide. Carino is down.
Homicide has the chair. Carino's down as he said. Oh, opts not to use the chair. Picking up Steve Carino.
But Carino breaks 3 body slams Homicide. Carino now out to the apron. He's going up. Steve Carino to the top rope, but a slap from Homicide to that lacerated ear. Big slam off the top. Going for the lariat. Blocked. Northern Lights bomb. Cover. Homicide kicks out. Lariat from Carino.
Homicide kicked out at 1 after that huge lariat. Homicide back up. Both men kicking at each other.
And kicking low. Kick to the back by Carino. Cover. Once again, only a 1 count. Homicide is not going to allow himself to be pinned in this match. Pulling away on Carino. Carino now with Homicide. Old school expulsion. Rarely does that maneuver these days. Pulling out all the stops to try to get the win here in this fight without honor.
Dragon sleeper into a neck breaker. Steve Carino and Homicide both doing whatever it takes. If they've got to dig into the archives, so to speak, that's what they'll do.
Both men feeling the effects of a hard-fought war, a bloody battle. They've grabbed everything that wasn't nailed down and put it to use during the course of this matchup. And they're continuing to fight. Big boot from Homicide. Carino off the ropes. Homicide punching away, slapping away at that ear. He's got Carino. Cop killer. Turns him over. Can he get it? No. STO. Cover. Gets that shoulder up. Homicide fighting for his ROH career here. He needs the win here in this matchup against Carino for momentum going into Final Battle in December in New York City.
Whether he needs momentum or not, Steve Carino's got a chair. Homicide better watch out. Chair right to the top of the head.
And again, Homicide just shaking off the effects. Swinging with the back of the chair. Ace Crusher on top of that chair. Cover! Carino kicks out.
Carino kicks out at 1.
He's tired.
It shows just how much neither of these men wants to lose to their opponent in this match.
Get the fuck up, you fat pig.
Just kicking away at the head of Steve Corino. Homicide slapping Corino now. Back to his feet. Slapping away. And Corino all fired up himself. Pounding away on Homicide, who dishes it right back out. Off the ropes comes Homicide. Down goes Corino.
Big right hand. Knocked down Corino.
The Briscoe brothers with the rocket shot. DDT from Corino. But he kicks out. The Briscoes can't even help Corino defeat Homicide. No one's going to stop him.
Corino and Homicide both still down here. I don't know how Homicide kicked out, but he found a way. Whoever's able to get to their feet first here is going to have a big advantage. Such a crucial point in the matchup, Dave.
Corino just choking Homicide, as right now, Team Corino sliding a table inside the ring. See what Steve Corino has in mind with the table. How to put it to use against Homicide here. Homicide feeling the effects, but working his way back to his feet as Corino set up that table. Trying to lay Homicide on top of the table here.
Corino heading up top. Homicide laid out on that table. But Corino taking way too much time here.
Both men still worn down though. Homicide with a headbutt to the ear of Corino. Table awakes below. Homicide now all the way up top himself. What could they possibly be going for here? He kicks out, only two. Lariat! Cover!
1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, the notorious 187 Homicide!
Homicide wins the violent, brutal, disturbing, and disgusting 4-year feud. No more Jim Cornette, no more Steve Corino. Nothing stands in the road of Homicide as he heads to Final Battle and his world title shot at the Manhattan Center.
Your boy give you a new bag. Where is it? You a snitch. Look at you, faggot ass announcer.
OJ, man, OJ Simpson, OJ Simpson, OJ.
You see, motherfucker, for 4 years, we went each other as a shoot the most hatred feud, not only renowned in history, but all over the world. Fuck that, it is all over. Look at this fat pig. Karina, I don't give a fuck about you, your wife, your kid. I was never dating. You put a plastic bag on me. Well, Conan, I know it's very traditional in Mexico. Homeboy is all over. Now, bend down your knees, and I'm gonna shave your fucking head before my troops will fuck you up right now. And that's the shoot.
You're right. 4 years. You shut up, motherfucker.
outside and beat your fat ass. Hey, there's no commission here right now, and you know what? I rent my house, so you ain't gonna take anything. So shut up before I come out there and kick you in the face. Don't move. 4 years. When Sapolsky came to me and said, hey, I'd like to do you at Homicide. I said, what are you kidding? What do you do? Street thug. Hell yeah! I wouldn't even allow you in my town. I'm a white boy from the suburbs. 800 people in my town. We ain't got your kind in my town. All for you and I. Let me tell you something. I've wrestled every major star in this sport. Don't give a fuck. I'm still talking. I've wrestled Terry Funk, your idol. I've wrestled Dustin Rhodes. I've wrestled Shinya Hashimoto. But nobody is tougher than you. In the grand scheme of things, we're never going to see eye to eye. We're never going to go to Thanksgiving together. You want to shave my head? I'm man enough to start it myself.
What the fuck? Plug that one in. Plug it in. Plug it in. Plug it in.
And the boogeyman is here. Reno, I respect you. But you know what? You've been handling with delirious too much. You're stupid right now.
Well, fuck it then. Get your ass over here. What the is here? Scalp it! Scalp it! Just a little time. What kind of company is this who making so much money?
That's the crappy one they gave to Cole.
I don't want to see you in my town. That's right. I don't kind is so different from no kind. But I got much love for everybody, including you, because I got respect for you. So shake my hand like a goddamn man, and that's it. The Korean homicide era is all over. I don't want to hear you, and you don't want to hear me.
You mascara wearing, colored haired, freaking dressed little punk. Jimmy, you are who you are, man, and I'm cool with that. Whatever you want to be, as long as you're on the level, Jack. But you ain't on the level, man. You way past the level. And you passed that when I took you in. I befriended you. I tagged with you. I pushed your love triangle away. And I was willing to take you in, and you double-crossed me, man. You couldn't put your demons aside. You had to keep them up in your head. Keep as weird as you are, man. And you attacked me. You want to be a real heel, huh, man? You want to attack me with a heel in my eye? Well, my eye gets better. And I can look past things. And you can't, man. You can't look past anything. And it's sick. And you're hiding behind that girl. And I don't care no more. Lacey. You're hiding behind Lacey. And if you want to come in on my camera and push my buttons by sitting here and saying, you've got so much money, you've got so much power, Lacey's Angels can do this, Lacey's Angels can do that. Lacey, you think you're going to take me out? You think you're going to end my career? You're going to try to put me in the hospital, try to break my leg, just like you tried, B.J. Whitmer? Oh, speak of the devil.
Now, Colt, I know from our wars, our battles in the past, just how tough you are. So let me tell you something. If you ever need anybody to get your back, I've got it.